we go. Sorry about that. Microphone. What are you going to do? Hey, welcome to Plausible Foolishness. I'm Matt. I got opinions on stuff.
Hey, what's going on, man? I'm Ray, and I've got opinions on things. I notice I'm doing the Muscle Man dance. Give a little love to my boy Bray Wyatt. We're going to do a little Muscle Man dance. What's going on, guys? We are meeting on a Friday. It's like, yeah. So here's the deal. We're doing this thing on a Friday night, man, because the wheels are turning, man. The times are changing, and they're changing in a good way, which we're going to talk about tonight, which I'm very excited about. But here's the deal, man. Here's the truth, man. Here's the truth. This is the last show that we're going to stream on YouTube.
It is the last show.
This is it, man. Alphabet. Sorry. We're taking our 59 followers and we're leaving, man. We're going to grow this bad boy up, man. Somewhere else in greener pastures. Because at the end of the day, we'll talk about it at the end, but we're really excited to be with you guys. Sorry it took us so long. My man had an anniversary yesterday, so he had to spend time with his wife, which is great. I just sent my wife into the wild blue yonder. Literally, she's going to a little small island called Samoa, and, it's crazy, man.
Home of wrestlers galore?
Yeah, I know, man. I told her not to find a husband out there. I'm like, baby, I know they all look like me, but they're not, me. So, it is what it is. But, no, I'm really excited, man, for her. It's awesome to see her following, just being the hands and feet of Jesus, man, and going to spread the word and spread the gospel to Samoan people, which I'm very excited about. And it's going to be really cool, man. I'm pretty pumped up for it, for her. But that means I'm wifeless for 17 days, which if you're a non-Christian husband or a non-Christian in general, like the idea of being married and being in union with somebody under Christ, it's really hard to be away from him, man. It's tough. That's like your person, man. That's who you are with, man. So it's going to be a lot of fun this week. So let's just say that it's going to be a lot of fun for me and the kiddos and the in-laws, man. So taking care of two little girls, man. This is my nightmare coming true without my wife. Yay! So it's going to be fun, man. But it's all good, man. But Plausible Foolishness, we're back, man. Here's the deal. We may be changing the format up with YouTube, but you can always like, subscribe, and share on all of our platforms. I'll be honest with you. We don't do too much on Facebook anymore. Just being completely real with you. I broke up with Facebook. But however, we're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. And we are on this little thing called TikTok. If you haven't been over there yet, it is pretty juicy. It's a lot of fun, and it is hilarious. Some of the videos are classic.
Yeah, they can
it's
be
like
pretty
13-year-old kids making some funny stuff. Like, I literally bust out laughing while watching it. But the cool thing is there's a growing movement over there for some conservative voices. And guess what? They're not going to demonetize or try to block us or shadow ban us over there, which is kind of crazy. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. We're, like, growing.
Yeah,
we're actually expanding the way that we want to expand. Yeah. Crazy, which is a lot of fun. But madness, crazy. And if you really, really like us, if you really, truly like us, you can always be our Patreon. Won't you be our Patreon?
First, maybe we needed to discuss about whether we should stay there, too.
Oh, man, dude. We're changing the whole thing up, man. This has been like a dress rehearsal for the real deal. Yeah. I'm very excited. But I appreciate all you Rubes for following us for the last 2 seasons. We enjoy it, but we're going to be moving to greener pastures, which is good old Twitch here pretty soon, which I'm very excited about. But there's a lot to talk about, man. There's a lot to talk about, my friend.
For sure.
And we got to finish kind of the way we started with this orange-skinned, interesting-haired guy who says you fired a lot. Named good old Donald Trump, man. He's been making the news. He's always in the news, it seems like. It's weird.
I wonder why.
It's like the world is revolving around this guy. It's interesting. You know he eats this up, though. You know,
yeah, of course he does.
He loves the attention, positive or negative.
Yeah, he loves living in that space.
But, the people that hate him love it because it gives them ratings, so it's all good. Mm-hmm. And Fox News has got more people watching than ever before.
Yeah.
He's just, he's a ratings boom. It is what it is.
That's true.
He's just not he's more exciting than Obama. Let's just say that. A little bit more exciting than Bush.
More exciting.
But yeah, it's all good, man. So here's the deal. So I've been hearing this for a long time. Because here's the deal. I am a conservatarian. Okay, by nature. And I'll be honest with you. I'm a business owner. I've run my own business. I'm doing my own thing now. I relate to Donald Trump on a business sense because I've read the book, The Art of the Deal, and I really liked it a lot. And I used it a lot when I was a business owner. It's given me some successful business practices and so on and so forth. Now, on paper, a lot of people were scared of The Art of the Deal because a businessman coming into government, it's 2 different worlds and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. One thing from the Conservative Party that has always been a blot in the Trump idea is this idea of tariffs. my man from day one of Plausible Foolishness, it has been said, he's put it for the record, I like Trump, but I like Trump's policy, but I'm against tariffs. Totally understood where he was coming from. I happen to be one of those guys that's isolationist tariff guy. Just kidding. But I've always been okay with the idea. But we'll explain what a tariff is. You want to explain to the audience what a tariff is?
So a tariff is a tax on anything being imported from said country.
So you're talking about,
or you can have like a universal tariff so that anything that's imported gets taxed at a certain rate.
So my precious avocados from Mexico?
Yeah.
That would get tariffed?
Oh, you know.
My precious avocados?
Chipotle's might have to raise their prices.
Oh, my MG.
If this tariff goes through.
Now, the reason we're talking about tariffs is Trump threatened a tariff on the Mexican government if they don't stop the flow of illegal immigrants coming from Guatemala and tracking all the way through their country up to California and to good old Texas. Which, again, is something that nobody's talking about, which is called border security, which I really love that private citizens are actually putting up border wall. Have you seen that? I love that.
Yeah.
America. That made me happy.
Or
as
that
an
kid
American.
who raised like $22,000 for the border wall selling hot chocolate during the winter.
Yeah, bro. It's like, I love that we're, like, people are getting, even if our government wants to, you know.
That's the American way.
Yeah. We don't wait for
We
government.
don't need you. We've been too long at the government teat.
Yeah.
We've been too long. And thank God that there's still people who bristle at the thought.
Yes.
You know? And I'm not saying that there isn't a government service that I haven't used
Sure.
or I don't use, you
Sure.
know? You know,
But you don't suckle on the teat.
but I'm not, I don't like it,
Yeah.
you know?
But you don't live on it either.
No, you know?
You know?
I'm not saying that there's no place for government
Sure.
whatsoever,
Sure.
but our government is a bloated monstrosity, and in many ways it's designed to make us sheep, to make us clones and drones and just zombies.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
And
it turns our natural instinct to them versus ourselves. Like the founding of the country was people coming. Here's the thing. It's like, we're a land of immigrants. Okay, here's the difference. Okay, the people that came over originally were settlers, pioneers. They're people that were willing to come to a hostile environment and build something. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that the people coming over aren't willing to do that.
They went into the great unknown.
Yes.
Their whole societies had been interacting for thousands of years.
Yep.
And suddenly there's this new continent. It's like us. It's like the people who are going to go to Mars. You know? And we don't expect to ever see them again. Okay.
I gotta have my moment. Sorry.
But
yes, but sure.
Consider it.
Sure.
You know? Watch the movie Interstellar and think about what that guy, did, essentially, you know?
It's a lot of science fiction, but
sure,
it is intense.
Of course.
It is intense. It's intense. That is intense. But
that's what it was like.
But that's what
we had no clue what life was gonna be like.
We just came over and started building. Now the people coming over now. Now here's the funny thing. I saw a video of like people like waiting outside to get in the border. All of them smartphones, by the way. That was they all have smartphones. I'm like, oh, must not be too bad where you come from. But anyways,
and socialism did that.
Socialism, yeah.
It wasn't capitalism that made
the smartphone, and then made it affordable for even immigrants. Yeah. But
trying to cross the border illegally because they can't do it any other way.
Yeah. And the thing is they're not coming here to pioneer. They're not coming here to explore. They're not coming here to whatever. They're here to literally gain off the benefit of this country, which is fine.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we can't help everyone. The country's not big enough to do that. I'm not saying you're going to overpopulate it, but it would be better for the people to do what they're doing where they're at. Just realistically. Unfortunately, but that's the truth.
And it's not even that. It's that if we're going to let you in, what incentive do we have to let you in?
What are you going to bring to
What
the
do you
game?
bring to the table?
Oops, that's too businessy. It's not that's not the American way. Just kidding.
No,
but
that's exactly the American way.
I know it is. But here's the deal. But the Statue of Liberty says, "Bring me your tired and your poor." Anyways,
yeah, it does. It does. But the people that they're talking about, read the whole poem.
Yeah.
The people that they're talking about are these other countries considered they're tired and
Yes.
they're poor. And
And
we
all of
were
us-
like, we'll take them, and we'll give them the opportunity to be what they actually are,
Yes.
and they'll blow you away.
And interesting, they came from socialist countries. But anyways,
Yeah. And we were, and
Waka
at the
waka
time,
waka.
like Ellis Island was, post Civil War, we had to repopulate.
yes. So,
500,000 people died.
yeah, weird. Fighting slavery.
Yeah.
But, that's our original sin that we pay for in blood. But anyways, back to the point. Crazy.
Yeah.
I always have to throw that in there. But the fear on the conservative side is tariffs, that tariffs are bad. That will destroy and stymie our economy. It'll hurt the economy because if we put tariffs on them, they'll put tariffs on us. It'll hurt us, blah, 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 blah. Now, I understand the arguments against tariffs. Now, as a conservatarian, a liberal conservative, I'm just kidding. I'm not liberal at all. But my thing is this. The American economy is strong enough to withstand any tariff from another country. I will boldly say that right now.
We've been doing it for...
Forever.
See, but here's the thing. Here's the thing about tariffs. Like, the reason why our economy is strong enough is because we didn't do that.
Yeah.
We didn't put tariffs on other countries. I mean, we did it a couple times, and it was disastrous. The Smoot-Hawley tariff is the reason we had the Great Depression.
Okay.
And then it became it became the Great Depression in our country only because of, things like the New Deal
Sure.
and so on.
Sure.
Leftist policies that...
And I see that. I totally see that.
Yeah.
But in 2019, a lot of the products that we import, we literally could get here. I mean, we can get oil from America.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a thing called Alaska. Lots of oil up there.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even know about it.
Well, I mean, and fracking has opened up even greater... I mean, like...
Yeah.
We're oil rich.
Yes.
Well, and we're oil independent now,
We're
aren't
the
we?
number one importer, or exporter now.
Yeah.
Number one exporter now. But
Are we oil independent now?
I
think we're close.
We easily could be. Easily.
Okay, so but for some reason we're still buying from the Saudis.
Because we're trying to, exactly. We got to keep the mullahs in the, we got to keep them happy. Anyways, Superstar Showdown. But
Yeah,
anyways, got to keep that tight relationship. But long story short is, it's all about the money, money, money. But anyways, we can survive tariffs because here's the deal. At the end of the day,
Suddenly, Shane McMahon's intro music is appropriate.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes the money.
yeah.
That should be,
Money,
they should
money,
play
money.
that music every
All of
time
it,
they advertise for Super
Here
Showdown.
comes the money. Yeah. Sorry, wrestling again. We're sorry, groups. But anyways, my point is this. Back to the deal. Here's the deal. So as far as tariffs, this is my thought process. Crazy, whatever. When you're negotiating with countries and you've literally been a pushover forever, like there's nothing sadder than seeing a really, I don't know if you've seen this before, okay? And I'm going to take this back to elementary school. The really, really big kid that if he got pissed off, he would literally rip faces off, but little kids push him around. Like, you're fatso, you're blah, 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 you're the... But if he flips the switch, he'll dominate and kill some people, literally.
Mm-hmm.
That's what America's been like for the last 4 presidents. But Ray, we bombed the crap out of the Middle East. Yeah, the Middle East. But China's been pushing us around. Russia's pushing us around. There's a lot of different places pushing us around, and nobody pushed back. And the last kid we had in there, little pencil neck guy named the Messiah, a good old Obama, he just gave money to people and didn't really expect business deals.
Billions of dollars to Iran for
Weird.
for what?
For what?
For what again? Oh, for like talks a lot of jibber jabber that they were going to not produce nuclear weapons or something.
For traders, we had to make a deal for traders. Remember?
Yeah, there's that, and it was the bullcrap nuclear deal that wasn't
that didn't
a
work.
nuclear deal at all.
Weird, it didn't work. It's crazy, and they still said death to America. But my point is this: now you've got a business guy. See, here's the thing with businessmen, and this is what I know universally about people of business. They like to make money. They like success. So when you got a guy who wrote the book called The Art of the Deal, which is, read it, it's a pretty interesting read, you have to go into negotiations knowing that you could possibly lose out on it. You could possibly hurt yourself by making the deal that you're about to make. But you have to do that to make sure that the guy knows that you're not playing. See, business is like a game of chicken, okay? Everybody know what chicken is? 50 style? right? You put you put the guy on top of the trunk. You're driving at each other. Blah blah blah. If the other dude in the car knows that you're not turning the wheel, guess what that dude's gonna do? Turn the wheel. If you're fearless, guess what? Obama didn't even turn the car on. Obama's like, please God, don't hurt me.
Like, here's my pink slip.
He's the big guy. Exactly. Here's my pink slip. He's the big kid that can destroy everyone, but he's been overtaking it. It's crazy. Like, it's bad.
Well, because, America's been so evil. We're an evil colonialist empire. And so he needed to rectify all those evils that we did.
We're so evil that everybody has to live here. But yeah, I got you. But now Trump...
and we've done some stuff overseas.
Yeah.
It's true.
Sure.
It's true.
So is every other country. But anyways, what? Did I say that loud? So does every...
But, yeah, exactly.
But anyways, now my point is this.
It pales in comparison to what...
Yeah. Here's the deal. Trump is now in control of that big, big kid. And guess what? That big, big kid is threatening to swing. And now you know it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know that a strong man is in office. Which some people are like, you don't want a strong man in office. I want a strong man in office.
I want a strong man in office who isn't a strong man trying to take more power for himself.
Yes.
Yeah. He's not enriching himself.
Yep.
He's losing money.
Yep. He is. He's lost money. He doesn't take a paycheck, kids.
He doesn't take a paycheck. Granted, yeah, he's got $1 billion company, but that company isn't making as much without him at the helm.
Yeah, but he's taking what is it? He had to remove himself from and he had to stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's our point. Is the guy that's in power right now really acts like he doesn't want power. All he's doing is actually running the country like a business to make money, and he's playing chicken with a lot of these countries. He played chicken with North Korea. Now they're still doing their little military tests, but guess what? Weren't we supposed to be in World War III with North Korea? Little Rocket Man is definitely afraid of Trump because he knows he's not going to play around. Vladimir Putin. What happened to all that Russian? We're about to go into war with Russia. Vladimir, it's not Obama saying, "Hey, once I get into power, we'll talk." It's not a reset button like good old Hillary Clinton.
Yeah,
this is Donald.
It's also not 1986's politics with Mitt Romney.
No, it's not. My point is this: is the people take him serious. We have a world leader that people are like, dude, he's crazy enough to actually do this. He's crazy enough to actually throw a tariff. And now Mexico magically has responded.
And they've been tariffing us.
From jump.
From day one, especially China.
And
it only hurts them.
Yes.
See, that's the thing. It hurts them.
Yes.
They don't have our standard of living.
It helps the power structure.
Sure, it helps their power structure.
But it does not help the people.
No, it doesn't help the people at all. The people's, their economy is not great.
No.
It's all a shadow game.
Yeah.
It's an illusion.
Well, their economy is good for cocaine and marijuana. But anyways,
well, they're living off of Shanghai.
Yeah.
I believe was it Shanghai that they got from the British?
Something like that. Not sure. But anyways,
dang it, can't remember.
Anyway,
well, whatever city it was that they got from the British is essentially it was free, obviously, because it was controlled by Britain, and it was, it's a hub of commerce and
sure.
capitalism, and so they got it back from Britain, but they haven't really touched it because they needed it to fuel. It is the engine that fuels their glorious communist revolution.
For China, you're talking about?
Yeah, for China.
Mm-hmm.
And then they tariff the crap out of us so that their products stay viable in their country, and ours are way more expensive. But their people don't have choice.
No,
they don't have.
But we prop their economy
all the amazing things that we have.
But we prop their economy, and that's the other thing too. Is people don't realize that if you do a deep search into it with China and Mexico, we prop a lot of these countries up. So the moment that we have a president in power that says, yeah, we're probably going to tariff you now. We're going to do the same thing that you're doing to us. Magically, the terms change quickly because at the end of the day, they're all power-hungry psychopaths. But guess what? They do want to make a lot of money. And they need America to play ball with old school thought processes that we've been using since like World War II or whatever with these countries for it to work. Problem is it's not World War II times anymore. It's 2019, and now it's time to play fair. And a lot of these countries don't want to play fair. This is why he's being tough on China and Mexico, and results are happening magically.
The strong men of World War II created good times.
Yes,
and those good times have made a bunch of weak men who are trying very hard to make some bad times.
I know. Hey, we need one every 16 years, or every 4 presidents, right? We had Reagan and then Trump. But anyways, my point is this. These tariffs are actually working. It's weird. And you're not going to hear that in the mainstream media. You're going to hear something about, Gay Pride Month or something like that in the news. They're going to avoid that. Yeah. But the problem is they're never going to show the wins that, guess what? Now they're actually going to, guard the southern border of Mexico, not let Guatemalans come through, because they can't afford a tariff from America. Just like China can't afford a tariff from us. They can't afford
We're the world's consumer.
Exactly.
You can't... if you want to make money... If you're another country out there, you need to do business in America. You need to sell your product in America because we can and will buy it.
And here's the beautiful thing. Here's the thing that people, from an economic standpoint, are not thinking about. Okay, you know why Mexico and China are going to start playing ball? Because where was Trump at last week? Oh, he was in Great Britain, literally telling people who are about to Brexit because they just got rid of what's her face, Theresa May.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
out.
She's out.
She's a dud. They're going to re-vote for a person.
Okay, so she's out before her term is up?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's gone because she stepped down, so she's the acting prime minister until there's another vote for a new prime minister, which is interesting because the Brexit party that's 8 weeks old is the number one party in Britain, which is hilarious.
It's so amazing because all you hear about is how the people don't want Brexit. And
no, people in London don't want it, but that's because only 40% of people in London are from England. The rest of them are from around the world, which is beautiful. I love London. It's an international city. You can literally go to any country in the world in London. I love that about it. But it's not real England. Real people in England, like when I was on the plane, when I was going to Britain 2 years ago, literally, I'm talking to a guy from Wales, and he's like, yeah, dude, he's like, listen, he was an owner of a fish store, okay? So people bring their fish, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I have to
Fish market,
that's it. He's like, I have to listen to rules by people that I never voted for in Brussels. I have to comply with rules of people that I never voted for.
Yeah.
Which is absurd. Now, here's the beautiful thing. If you're Mexico and China...
all the terrible things about government.
Yeah.
And you add a second one, on top of a second layer of that, on top of the one that you deal with as a citizen of your country.
Yes. So some random Belgian people...
Sounds awesome. Sounds like the UN.
Sounds like globalism. Anyways... But anyways, if you're Mexico and China and you see Donald Trump saying, hey, cool, once you guys Brexit, we're going to be doing new deals with you guys. Because here's the thing. If Britain does big deals with the United States, Britain does not need Europe. Mm-mm. Oops. That's going to hurt Europe, that's going to hurt China, and that's going to hurt Mexico. And here's the deal. There's money in good old Great Britain. There's money. We might go over there and take them over. No, I'm just kidding. I'm playing. I love our British people. I love Britain. But I feel like they're a part of us. You know what I mean? But they kind of are.
Yeah.
We're kind of just,
Well, we're
the carnage to their venom. But, carnage. But anyways. Sorry, I had to use a nerd analogy.
No, I mean...
That was a pretty good one, though.
Yeah,
I was off the dome.
It was somewhat accurate.
I was boom, on it.
Except that we're not, psychopathic murderers.
Yeah, true. We're just psychopathic winners. But anyways... Dude, this is our last show on YouTube, and I'm bringing some heat today. But anyways, my point is this. Long story short, if you're Mexico and China, you're like, oh, crap. We're about to lose out on a lot of money. And the power structures that are there, those insanely... the thing that you want really bad with Bernie Sanders right now, they're going to lose a lot of money. So they're going to play ball magically because guess what? The guy is crazy enough to pull tariffs. He'll do it. And that's what I'm trying to tell conservatives out there. Listen, he's going to talk tariffs, and if he has to, he'll use them. Yeah. Which he should. But if he doesn't, guess what? He's going to find ways to work the deal.
I mean, I understand he has to.
Yes, you got to stick to your guns.
It's like what he complained about with Obama that they start the negotiations off with whatever country by telling them exactly what they won't do.
Yes.
What are you doing? All cards have to be on the table, or else you have nothing to bargain with.
That's like going to the bargaining tool with your pants down. And you're just bent over. But anyways, I've used that twice today.
What's interesting,
the Messiah Obama.
But we have tariffs with with China currently, right?
Yeah, and we just ended the travel embargo. So we put the travel embargo back on Cuba. Did you see that? My buddy Derek.
Well, they're in Venezuela, doing all kinds of crap.
They're trying to keep what's his face in power. So see you later.
Maduro, or no? Is it Maduro?
Yeah. Here's the funny thing: is people on the radio were complaining about that.
About
they're
what?
They're like, oh my gosh, like I had a trip planned to Cuba and now I can't go. Listen, the leaders of the country
first world problems. Gosh.
Exactly. The leader of the country who oppresses his own people there in Cuba is trying to uphold a dictator who's oppressing people in Venezuela, and you're pissed off because you can't go on your cruise, man.
Yeah,
you can't go on your cruise, bro.
Well, that's like when we mentioned that how Chipotle, the prices might raise because of tariffs in Mexico.
Oh no,
that's a headline on CNN's website.
First world problems.
And Owen Benjamin put it on his Instagram account, and he's like, imagine if your wife and child had been murdered by an illegal immigrant, and you see this headline.
Be pissed. Just a little bit.
Oh my gosh, Chipotle might cost more. I might have to eat at Qdoba.
Yeah. But here's my point in this whole
deal. Get over it.
I know. Here's my point in this whole tariff
debate. What a pathetic grab by CNN. I'm sorry to harp on this, but it's such a it's like that's like the epitome of grasping at straws.
Well,
what can we do to shed this in a bad light? People like to Chipotle, and they get a lot of avocados from Mexico.
But they're playing on people's stupidity, because that's the level. If you're a CNN watcher, you're playing to that level of not smart anyways, and that's why they're losing viewers. But
because
you play to the stupidity. That's what it is. You play to dumb. That is a tenet of Solinsky. You play to the stupidity. It's all about. That's why they get communism to work, because you're going to play on people's greed. Destroy the rich people so we can get richer. No, you get poorer when you do that. But nobody pays attention to that.
The rich people were the people who were providing your jobs.
Holy crap! Exactly. So, but my point is this:
they were paying your salaries in order for you to have the awesome things that you have.
So, in retrospect, Trump.
God, how is that such a hard thing? It's not really that difficult an explanation. I'm not saying that corporations are amazing, like giant corporations. Alphabet. Sorry, I had a little
Bye, YouTube.
thing in my throat. Sorry. Giant mega conglomerate corporations are bad. They're not a good thing.
Yeah.
They as all things. Okay, power corrupts.
It does, but I think regulated corporations.
Sure, corporations aren't bad in and of themselves. Yes. Giant mega conglomerate corporations are going to tend toward being corrupt because power like that corrupts.
Yep.
That's a simple thing, but it's a truth that we all believe. But let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater and adopt a system that is going to destroy us.
Sure.
Rich people build businesses that employ you and me. It's a certain breed of people.
No, government does that.
No, they don't.
Government
it's a certain breed of person that risks it all to start a business. And then they take even further risk going into contract with you and me to exchange their capital, their money, for your time and labor.
Yeah. And liability and all of other things that nobody talks about. But, whatever. Just being a business owner. But
I mean, it's
which is called assuming risk.
And then on top of that, those businesses create amazing products that enrich our lives.
So they pay...
The poorest person is richer than than the richest person.
Yeah.
In the 1600s.
Yep.
Maybe even the 1800s.
Yeah, but then you would have to teach history. And we know history is just orange men bad, white men bad. The founders were evil people.
Yeah, America bad.
Our Constitution.
Martin Luther King Jr. terrible.
Years. Hey, that's the play. Now, back to the point.
Yes.
I feel you, man. But here's the deal. So all my conservative brothers and sisters understand that there's businesses working. And this stuff happens all the time. If you run a business, if you're going to run a successful business, you're going to have to get down and dirty with people sometimes. I've literally, like, one of the companies I ran before, they literally tried to strong arm me into doing what they wanted me to do, and their bargaining chip was tablets, free tablets. And I literally told them, go kick rocks and take your tablets with you. After that, I've used them for a couple weeks, right? And guess what happened? I literally went to the negotiating table with the idea that, yeah, I'm going to get rid of these tablets. It would have pissed off probably half of my employees. Would have pissed them off. They like processing orders with tablets. But guess what? I'm not going to give up my freedom as a business owner or the freedom for my guys just for the sake of a little bit of technology, just for a little bit of cheddar. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do that. So I literally went to the president of this brokerage company and told her, you can take the tablets and kick rocks. And I literally hung up the phone. 3 emails and 2 calls later, magically, you know what's funny? I got to keep the tablets. And I got my way.
Did you literally say kick rocks?
This is what I can't say it on this because in the future she might listen to this, so I don't want to deal with it. But long story short, I was like, I understand where you're coming from, but at the end of the day, do I run my business, yes or no? And she's like, well, yes. And I'm like, great, keep the tablets and have a great day. And I literally hung up.
Nice.
And then magically, 3 emails and 2 calls later, in the same day, I not only got to keep the tablets, but I got to do exactly what I wanted to do. Because at the end of the day, that broker doesn't make money unless I make money. And if I'm not making money, they're not making money. And they're not stupid, just like Mexico. If America's not spending money on you, you ain't making money, kiddos. Same thing as China. And you have to understand who has the power. The people that have the power are the people that make the money. In any business venture, a broker is cool. It's great, blah, blah, broker. They tie you with a product in my business and whatever. But who goes out and actually makes the money? Spoiler alert, it's not AT&T. Spoiler alert, it's not the broker. It's this guy right here. I go out and make the money that you're going to use. So if you piss me off, guess what? I'm going to go somewhere else, like I did. It's business. And if people know that you'll do that, guess what? They can't walk on you. They're going to bend over and take whatever you want to give them. Now, if you're soft and be like, you know what? And I could have easily in that situation been like, you know what? You're right. Whatever you want. Because the broker that doesn't make the money at all, doesn't do it, my job, I better listen to you. Kick rocks. And that's all Trump's doing. We are the big kid on the block. We are the ones that actually generate the revenue. We are the ones that generate all this fun stuff. Why are we kowtowing to people that don't do this stuff? Why do we kowtow to China, who makes cheap, crappy products and creates inflation by their crappy products and what they do? Why would we kowtow to you? Why would we kowtow to Mexico? Their number one import is drugs, isn't it? Why would we import that? Why would we do that? Here's the thing. People are like, why is Trump going after opioids? Because guess what? They're coming from Mexico. You kill opioids, guess what? Mexico's going to listen. They're going to be okay with the border all of a sudden, magically. And here's my point, is like, business deals like this happen every single day. And if you're a low-level employee, you never see this stuff. And the problem is our president is so transparent. This is when we get into the next part, what we're talking about is his image. I get it. You think the orange man bad. And he's sticky and yucky and evil and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Spoiler alert, never talk to any of the CEOs or presidents of your company. Don't do it. Now, I'm not saying that they're not a nice person. I'm not saying that they're not even a moral person. I'm not saying that they couldn't even be Christians. But my point is this. If you're going to run a top-level company, I hate to break it to you, you're going to have to get your hands in the dirt. Sorry. And you're going to have to do some things, not immoral things, not evil things, but you're going to have to be tough on people in business. Because if you don't, you're out of business. Sorry. That's called capitalism. And you reap the benefits of it every day. I was talking to a guy at the gym today. He's like, I understand that I could make way more money running a company, but I'll be honest with you, I don't want to do what that person does. Because you got to get tough if you're going to run a business. That job that you have, that you rely on every single week, that pays your bills every single week, somebody's got to do tough things to make that happen. A lot of people aren't willing to do that, and a lot of times you're shielded from it. McDonald's employees are shielded away from all the deliberations that they have to do with the meat manufacturers, the producers of all this stuff, the farmers. They don't have to run into that. All they do is like, man, my job's so hard, man. I got to flip a burger, put it on a bun, and give it to these people. I am so pissed off. Do you got to deal with the butchers? Or the soy people that punch the soy into... You don't have to deal with that crap. Like, here's the thing. Everybody loves sausage, but guess what? You wouldn't like how it's made. You wouldn't like it at all. Like, that's my point, is like a lot of people are so first world problem when it comes to this. The same thing with Trump. The difference is Trump's just transparent. He's showing you the crap, the minutia of what's going on in government. And he's showing you what a terrible job our last 4 presidents did with a lot of this stuff. He's showing you what should have been done. Mm-hmm. He's showing you what can happen and what makes America great if you actually do what you're supposed to do. And it's not clean. It's not, yay, high five, we're best friends. Shocker, people hate America. A lot of people in our country hate America. We have enemies everywhere. But guess what? You need America. If you don't have America, you've got chaos. Sorry. I know everybody's like, it's the new Babylon. Okay, but guess what? It's the freest, richest, and has lifted up more people than any other Babylon I've seen in history. Mm-hmm. Sorry. So at the end of the day, if your whole perception of Donald Trump is he's Orange Man bad and he said something about, sorry, this is the last one on YouTube, talking about grabbing him by the peas, and that's all you're listening to, my friend, you are the low-level employee at McDonald's flipping burgers and complaining about your job. You are. I'm not saying that you have to agree with his morality. He has none. I get it. He has none. He's an adulterer. Mm-hmm. But guess what? And here's the shocking thing that's going to blow a lot of your minds. All of you are too. All of you have lied, cheated, stealed. All of you that are listening right now are humans. All of you. And all of you have fallen short of the glory of God. And here's the reality. I'm not saying not to take note or take whatever of his character. I'm not even going to tell you that he's a Christian. I'm not one of those delusional, Trump's a Christian, he's bringing Jesus back. He's not. But what I will say is this. None of you are in his position. And none of you, and here's the reality, we talked about it before, more power corrupts. The higher you go, you're going to deal with different things and different challenges and different temptations. But you've all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Mm-hmm. So let's throw the human factor out of it. All of us are sinful. All of us are scums. All of us are wretched. Read the Bible. You'll read it. Check out a book called Romans. It'll tell you all about it, okay?
When you read it, realize it's talking about you, too.
Sorry, it's definitely talking about all of us. Now, with that being said, throw the human element out of it. We're all fallen. There's never going to be utopia. There's never going to be perfection. Just look at the policies. How's the economy right now? That guy just got a house. High five.
That was a terrible sounding high five.
Do it again. Boom.
There we go.
I just sent my wife to a godforsaken island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Well, I guess it is godforsaken, literally.
That's why she's going. That's why she's going. She's bringing Jesus to him. No, they're not too bad. But they still need Jesus. Okay. How is your life doing now versus the Obama years? And be honest. If you're in the African American community, it's doing better. Statistically.
Way better.
I mean, even though you may not, quote unquote, feel it, it's getting better. So that you can complain about the fact that you can't go to Cuba next week. No offense. There's more money happening.
Can't vacation in the communist.
God forbid.
Yeah, and you can't.
Spoiler alert: Key West is just the same. But anyways, sorry. But my point is this: like, how are things working for women in employment? How about Latinos who are actually backing the president a lot? A lot of Latino Americans are backing the president. The only people complaining are people that live in New York and LA. And they control our media. And they control the sheeple that are out there right now. And you're listening to him. Orange Man bad. His policies are increasing the economy, which is increasing the welfare of everyone here in this country.
No, it's the rich getting richer.
No, it's not.
But the middle class is disappearing.
No, it's not. Sorry.
Yeah, because you know why it's disappearing?
Because we're all making
money. Because more middle class are becoming
upper middle class and wealthy. Yeah, it's weird. Fun fact, there's just as many millionaires as there are homosexuals in America. What a crappy country. Yeah. The same country that will defend your right to sin is the same one that will allow people to make millions of dollars. But anyways, back to my point. Here's the deal. People are getting elevated because of the economy, which is great. What happened to World War III with China and North Korea? That didn't happen.
Yeah,
what about the war with Russia?
What's the most interesting to me about China is that they have a lot of our debt.
Yep.
They hold a lot of our debt, and yet we're still able to
kind
of push them around.
Yeah, well, they have to. Because here's the deal. That's the only thing they have a phony economy.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And nobody's...
And he knows it.
Everybody, like...
That's the thing. He knows it, and he's been saying it for quite some time.
Trump knows it. They don't have a real economy. They don't have a real economy.
They can't. They're communist.
They don't have
It's
it.
not possible. It doesn't work.
They're building it on the backs of the billion people that live there. And they're exploiting a lot of people to do it. But guess what? They don't have an economy. The only thing that keeps their economy is they are holding the quote-unquote debt of the American... Anyways, that's another economics lesson. But my point is this. Long story short, you may not like the guy. But where are the policies getting you? We're getting a border wall. The private citizen, like, even...
And that border wall has nothing to do with keeping brown people out.
No. It's just protecting what we have
It's
here.
so ludicrous.
It is.
It's so small-minded.
Now, listen, here's the other thing, too. If you happen to actually like Jews and not hate them, like the Democratic Party clearly doesn't, like Miss Ilhan Omar, she just got busted for...
Campaign finance.
Oh, weird. Same girl that married her brother.
Yeah.
You looked that up, right? She married her brother.
Yeah.
She married her brother.
Yeah, I know.
She married her brother.
Yeah.
But that's the person they're lifting up. But anyways, my point is this. If you don't hate Jerusalem, guess
This
what?
is the second of the three newcomer women that were to have a problem with their campaign finances.
Yeah, anyways. But my point is this. If you love Jews, guess what? It's Trump. Trump's been pretty pro-Jew. Moving our embassy into Jerusalem, like 4 of the presidents promised and 4 of them didn't do. The thing is that's pissing off the left is not that he's actually an evil guy. It says he's actually doing all the things he said he was going to do.
And that's good for America, and they don't want that.
Don't want what's good
for
America.
They hate America. They hate our founders' ideals.
Yep.
Like literal hate.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where the hate is coming from. Okay? And they hate they want the socialist paradise.
That doesn't exist.
Some of them because they believe that it actually does exist.
It doesn't.
But it doesn't.
It doesn't exist.
There's no example of it, and everything that he's doing is doing
Russia,
good things for us. And they're not socialist policies anyway. Or they know they want the power that. I mean, that's like we said earlier with communist China. The tariffs hurt the people.
Yep.
But they enrich the ruling class. If you want to live a good life in China, either be a businessman in Shanghai, I think.
Or Hong Kong, yeah. But yeah.
Hong Kong, that's what it was.
Hong Kong.
That's what it was. Be a businessman in Hong Kong.
And don't leave Hong Kong ever.
Yeah. Or be part of the military. Be part of the government in China. Government jobs are the best jobs. If you can get you have to know somebody to get a government job. And if you get a government job, you're going to live the good life.
Yep. It's weird. So, Bo, here's the point. Long story short. I know, Orange Man bad. I know, he said the pussy grabbing. Yeah, we get it. Okay. Look at what's the outcome. They said he's going to wreck the economy. He's actually booming it. They said we were going to World War III. He's actually making it better. They said that, he colluded with Russia. He didn't. They said a lot of things about this dude. And the funny thing is none of it's true. And look around. He said that he would divide our country irrevocably. Where's the race wars? He said that he was, go ahead.
Yeah. Keep going.
I mean, all the things that he said he was going to do, he's doing. Final Fantasy VII is the greatest of all time. But anyways, my point is this. That's what they're pissed about. They're pissed that he's actually doing what should have been done 4 presidents ago. That's what they're mad about. And that's what they've got you thinking about. So when you hear the word tariff, don't freak out. It's called a bargaining tool. Talk to any of your CEOs or presidents. You got to do that if you want freedom to grow things up. And sometimes you got to get in the dirt and say, I'll walk away from this deal. And it might hurt in the short term, but in the long term, it's going to help out. You got to do what you got to do. That's how you win. And I like America winning. I like it for my family. I like it for my girls. I like it for my grandkids. I want America to win. I want America to succeed. Because here's the bigger picture. From a Christian perspective, you want America to succeed. So we can send missionaries out of this country to other places. Like I just did my wife. So you can support Christianity throughout the world. Because imagine if America becomes like China. Then what happens to the faith? It's oppressed and pushed down and blah, 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 blah. Like there's so many elements positively from a Christian perspective and just from an American standpoint that you want America to succeed. And if you don't, well, just move out. I think Canada is taking people right now, right? Canada. I'm not dissing Canadians. I love you guys. Please beat the Warriors, Raptors. Sorry, I had to throw that out there. But that's the deal. Now, speaking of winners and losers, we're leaving this platform. We're leaving YouTube. Now, here's the deal. Plausible Foolishness, we're getting stronger, better, faster. I think the show's getting better. I think the content's getting better. We're getting smarter, a little bit faster, and all that good stuff like that. More of you guys are talking to me about it on Instagram and blah, 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 blah. Okay, and I love everybody that's been switching over from TikTok. But we're going to move into Twitch very soon. And if before you open your mouth and say, well, Twitch, that's video gamers and 13-year-olds. Well, guess what? We're bringing something new. Because here's the deal, man. We're taking, what do you call it, the back road? The byway? Because here's the deal, man. The highway, it's like driving through Atlanta. You ever driven through Atlanta
Going through
before?
the back roads.
Yeah, man. Have you ever driven through Atlanta before? There's like 27
I've driven
lanes.
out of Atlanta.
Bro, there's like 27 lanes, but guess what? You ain't going anywhere. And that's what YouTube is right now. And what's on top of that is now you're not going anywhere, and YouTube's stealing your gas out of your car. So, at the end of the day, if you're not aware of what's going on with the demonetization, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not aware of the demonetization, if you're conservative and you spout conservative ideas,
They're never going to monetize you anyways.
they're not going to monetize us anyways. We're going to go and do all this work and build up a following for what?
For fun! Yay!
Yay.
Now, ultimately, we want to make it.
As soon as we get enough people, they'll stop giving us a pathway to make
Exactly.
a living out of this.
Exactly.
You know? And then and well, there's always Patreon. They're going to do the same thing.
They've already started.
They've already done it. And then, we don't have the 4 million people Crowder's been on YouTube since
The beginning.
The
very beginning.
So he definitely can't leave because he's the bulwark
Yeah.
so that it does not follow.
Yeah.
Where we need to go to actually have an impact.
Greener pastures, baby.
Yeah.
City's getting too crowded, man. It's time for us to put a little house on the prairie. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're gonna have some fun. Sorry, I had to do a Little House on the Prairie reference. But pa. But anyways, sorry. Did you ever watch that show growing up?
A little bit.
Oh, it's so cheesy. But anyways, my point is this: it's time for us to go to greener pastures, and I think that it's gonna improve our show and improve our audience. Because the proof's in the pudding, kids. Like, our TikTok's blowing up for a reason, because that's greener pastures. Facebook's not going anywhere. Dude, Facebook's dying. No offense. It's dinosaurish. I mean, at the end of the day, 90% of it is people complaining about something. My boyfriend and blah, blah. No, I don't care. No offense, man. Instagram's going to become that. You've got to move on, man. At the end of the day, Facebook is becoming the horse, and Instagram's becoming the rev up little car, right?
The Model T.
Listen, we're moving on. We're moving to the Tesla. We're just jumping straight to the Tesla, okay? We're jumping straight to it. Driverless car like my man wants over here.
I just see good possibilities.
We should talk about that in our next show.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because I want to debate the opposite and be like, I don't want them putting chemicals in the...
Chemicals in the water.
Turn the freaking frogs gay. But anyways, guys, we really appreciate everybody that's followed us on YouTube.
We really do.
We do.
And we would ask you, check out Twitch. There's more than just video games going on there. There's a lot of people doing all kinds of things.
And we're going to be there.
But it's not that many conservative shows. And so, and Twitch has a lot of built-in channels for you to support us without us having to build 1,000 followers.
Yes.
If you like what we're doing now, you can support us with $1 or whatever.
Yep.
Right now, whenever you feel like, on Twitch, and so there's more opportunity for interaction now.
Yes, and here's the deal: it's not about us just making money, guys. It's about we want to continue this message.
Sure.
It's at the end of the day, man, we are two normal dudes from real America, not New York, not LA, not San Francisco, that love Jesus with all of our heart, and we just see the world warping the way it always does, and it's the pattern of the world. But if we can be I'm not going to be that extreme, but the prophet standing in the way saying, reconsider. That's really what we're all about here at Plausible Foolishness. When we bring the plausible, we bring the fun. I mean, I called America Carnage today, but savagely successful. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, that's what we're trying to bring to the table, and that's what we want to do, is shine a light in places that most people aren't. And guess what? Not a lot of conservatives on Twitch, man. Just like there's not a lot of conservatives on TikTok. So we want to take over that platform. We want to take over those greener pastures and blow up from there. And, you know, maybe we come back to YouTube down the road and stuff like that when they stop demonetizing people. But
who knows? Who knows where we're going to end up? But you know, we just want to be on the forefront.
But guess what? Here's the deal, man. Blockbuster Video was pretty powerful 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm. And then they turned down the idea for a Netflix-style streaming service. He's like, that's not going to go anywhere.
Because here's the deal, man. All this stuff will pass. It will. Disco was the hottest thing ever, man. Studio 54 was awesome, bro. Or 52 or whatever it was. It was awesome. Until it wasn't. Okay? Beatbox rapping. That was cool for a long time. Now it's mumble rap or something like that.
Yeah, mumble rap.
Listen, man, Metallica was awesome at one point.
And they sold out.
YouTube will do the same thing. Nothing stays, guys. It moves on. It moves on. And we're going to move on. We're going to get ahead of that curve before it happens, and we're going to get built from there, man. So we appreciate everybody's support, and I'm excited to see you guys over on Twitch next week. We're going to have a lot of fun. We'll have it on our normal time. I'm wifeless, so we can do the show more easily and stuff like that. But, guys, it's already getting too late for us and stuff like that because we're old men and we got daughters, and I got to get up at like freaking 6 in the morning.
I got a house to work on.
You excited about that?
Yeah.
First world problems, bro. First world problems. We appreciate you guys so much for watching us, man. Don't hate the Orange Man. He's really not that bad. But when he becomes bad, we'll call him out on it because that's what we do at Plausible Foolishness. And here's the deal, man. Remember, like, Jesus is king, man. If you take nothing away from this, Jesus is king. All of this is in control from Jesus. It is. He is in control of every authority that's over us. At the end of the day, we don't want to submit our authority to other ideas that are going to be detrimental or harmful to people here in America. So that's kind of what it is, man. You got
verse of the day.
I can see it. I see you getting ready for the verse of the day, man.
Yep. Yeah.
Boom. What do you got, man? What do you got?
Well, you already mentioned it earlier.
Did I blow it up a little bit? Did I spoiler alert it? Just let me in. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
Oh, man.
I can't remember the
What is it?
It's for all sin comes short of the glory.
Oh, yeah. That's Romans 3:23.
Okay. As soon as you said 3.
I got you, bro.
For some reason, I had 4 in my head.
I got you, bro.
Romans 3:23. For all, and that means all.
But just Orange Man.
No.
Oh, all.
All have sinned and come short of the glory of God.
Ooh. That changes things.
We're all terrible people. That's why we need a Savior. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, so let's go.
Hey, bro, good show.
I agree.
Hey, Midnight Power Hour, bro. On a Friday night, baby.
Yep.
Friday Night Lights, that's what we do around here. Let's go. Do the Muscle Man dance. Have a good day. See you on Twitch.
Yes, please follow us on Twitch.
Twitch. Bye, YouTube.